Good morning, one and all. Welcome to the Python programming workshop. In this session, we will going to discuss collections in Python, in which topic tuples. So, we know what is tuples. Tuple is a collection which is indexed, ordered, and immutable. That is, it is a collection type, but which is indexed, means elements are indexed. Having index starts from 0. Reverse indexing is also possible. Starts from -1. Ordered, that means elements are arranged in the ordered manner because it is having index. Then these are immutable. What is immutable? Immutable means we cannot change the elements in the tuples once it is initialized. Great. So this is the difference between the list and tuple. In list, elements are mutable. That means we can change the elements value in the list, but in tuple we cannot change the value of the elements once we initialize the tuple. Great, guys. So once again we summarize what is tuple. Tuple is a collection which is indexed, ordered, and immutable. Great. So let's move on to the next point. In Python, tuples are written using rounded brackets. Okay, and what is about list? We know, we see in the previous chapter, that is, lists are written with the square bracket called as subscript, while tuples are written with the rounded brackets. Yes? Okay, great. So, how to initialize the tuple? Tuple is equal to, and you can assign. Yes, another one important property of the tuple, that is, not only homogeneous element but non-homogeneous elements also we can save into the tuple, and elements are separated by using comma operator. Great. Tuples are similar to array, but what is the difference? Arrays are homogeneous but tuples are non-homogeneous, as well as it is indexed ordered like the array, but elements are immutable. In array we can change the elements. That is the difference. Okay, great. So print the tuple. So let's check whether it works properly using PyCharm IDE. So create new file, right click, new Python file, give the name as a tuple demo. Okay, great. So new file is created, that is named as a tuple demo.py. Now initialize the tuple. Suppose t is equal to, how to initialize? Using rounded brackets. So you can assign one string. Okay, great. Then what? Integer value. Great. Then float value. Yes, it works because tuple is stores non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity. So now what is our aim? So print tuple t. Great. So now check it. It works properly or not. So what is the output? What is the output? Output is a mole 11 1990 19.99. So tuple. Okay, but yes, it is ordered, so we can access the elements using index also. So let's just check t of 0, that is a mole. It get printed or not? Yes. So a mole is displayed on your console. That means it works. It is a indexed. Suppose second indexed element, that is 11. Yes, great, guys. It gives the correct output. So what is tuple? Tuple is a we have to save, it is a collection type, save non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity. Then tuple is a ordered, indexed, okay, but immutable. So move on to the next point and we will see afterwards why it is immutable, why we cannot change the elements in the lists once it is initialized. Okay, great, guys. So move on to the next point. We can access the tuple elements by using index. Yes. Negative indexing means beginning from the end. -1 refers to the last element, or minus 2 refers to the second last item in the tuple. Great, guys. So minus indexing is also possible. So let's check whether it works for the minus indexing or not. So move to the PyCharm ID. So if you want to print last element from your tuple, then print t minus 1. Let's check whether it works or not. So what is the last element's value? 99.99. That is float type. Great. So if you want to print second last element's value, write index minus 2. So check it whether it works or not. So 11. Yeah, great, guys. It prints. Suppose minus 3. So what is minus 3? Run it. So minus 3 gives you a mole. Great, guys. But one problem is there. If I want to print minus 4, so what it gives you? Okay, it gives you index error, tuple index out of range, because minus 4 element is not present in your tuple, because this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 is not present in your tuple. So it gives you syntactical error. And what is the error type class? Index error. It is the type of error class. So what is the message in that? Error message, tuple index out of range. Great, guys. So understood, minus indexing is also possible in the tuple. Next, range of indexes. Okay, we can specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start and where to end the range. When we specify a range, the return value will be new tuple with the specified items. So let's check whether it works or not. Suppose print tuple 3:5 means start the elements from the tuple from third index to fourth only, because 5 is excluded. So print elements of index third and fourth only. So let's check whether it works or not. Okay, open your PyCharm ID and give the range. Suppose 2:3. What is the meaning of that? Start index displaying from the second index to 3. 3 means excluded. So only 2 index element is get displayed. So what is the index 2 element? 0th is amol, 11, 1 index element, 99.99. So expected output is 99.99. So just let's check whether it works or not. Great, guys, it works. And always remember, after this tuple, because it gives you tuple itself, and if tuple containing single element, it is separated by only comma. Comma is must. We will see that part, most important part. We will see that afterwards. Let's move on to the next point. Specifying negative indexes if you want to start the search from the end of the tuple. Is it possible in the Python? Yes, negative indexing range is also possible, but one problem is there. Let's move on and check it. Suppose tuple minus 4 to minus 1. Is it works? Yes, print the values from minus 4 to minus 1 index. But guys, if we want to print minus 1 to minus 4, it works. Yes, let's move on and check on the PyCharm ID. Suppose minus 4 to what? Minus 1. Is it possible? Let's add some values here in tuple. So, okay. So minus 4. So minus 4 means from end, fourth element. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is 99.99. That is the minus 4th index. Then minus 1 means Kedar. So from this to this, we want to print the tuple. So let's run the tuple demo program. It gives the correct answer. Yes, great, guys. It gives the correct answer. But Kedar is excluded because it is minus 1 and last range index is excluded till minus 2 only. Great, guys. It works. But what happens if I'm specifying index from 1 to minus 4? It works. Let's check. Minus 1 means Kedar and minus 4 means 99.99. But from Kedar start to end, no. Just check whether it works or not. No, it does not works because it gives you empty tuple. It does not having any element. So guys, it does not work. But what happens if one element index range is minus and one is positive? So 1 colon minus 4, is it works? 1 means 0 1 and minus 4, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. Yes guys, means what is the expected output? 11. Is it possible? Yes, it gives you correct output, that is 11. But note that if 1 to minus 6, so what happens guys? Just check, it gives you empty tuple because my 1, that is 11, and from that minus 6 means minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 and minus 6. It is not possible, so it gives you empty tuple guys. So I hope you understand what is the range in the tuple. If you have any problem, let me know and write the query in comment box or chat window. Let's move on to the next point. So if tuple containing, yes, it print the empty list. We will just see that part. Okay, so if in the range part, if one range element is absent, then what happens? Let's check. If print tuple colon 3, print the tuple values from the first to index 2 only. Yes. And if print tuple from 2 colon is empty, second part, second range is empty, that means print the tuple values from second index to last one. Let's check whether it works properly or not using PyCharm ID. Suppose in tuple, what we want to display? Suppose second colon. So second colon means start from second index, that is 99.99 and till end of the tuple. So it gives you correct output. Just check. Yes, from the 99 to end of the tuple, that is Kedar. Yes, it gives you correct output. Great. Guys, hope you understand. So let's change the index range. Suppose 3. What is the meaning of that? Starts from starting element of the tuple to third. Third means 22, but it is excluded. So till 99.99 list tuple get displayed. So let's check whether it works or not. Yes guys, Amol and 99.99 till that elements get displayed. Great. I hope you understand. Let's move to the next point. Okay, so change the tuple value. Once a tuple is created, you cannot change its value. Tuples are unchangeable or immutable. We cannot change the values once it is initialized in tuple. That is the characteristic property of the tuple collection. If you want to change the tuple values, then is there any option? Yes guys, there is option, but before that let's check whether tuples are immutable, it is work or not. So how we can check it? Suppose t and value of t index 1 we want to change. What is the we want to change? 78 suppose. Okay, so let's check whether it runs or it gives you correct output. No guys, it gives you, that means it is work in the list. That is, we can change the values in the list, but in tuple we cannot change the values. That is, if you want to change the value of index 1, it does not change. Why? Because it is a property of the tuple and it gives you error, type error. What is the error message? Tuple object does not support item assignment, because once we initialize the tuple, we cannot change the values in that tuple. Great guys, hope you understand that tuples are immutable, so it does not work. So let's move on to the next point. But guys, if we want to change the tuple values, then there is no direct way, but indirectly we can change it. How? So first convert the tuple into a list, then make the changes into the list and convert the list back into the tuple. That is the only way. Okay, great. So just listen carefully. First, convert the tuple into the list. So how convert? We will see it. Then make the changes into the list. So make the changes into the list because lists are mutable. So we can change the values in the list and convert the list again back to the tuple. Yes. So for example, we can initialize the what? Tuple. Convert it into the list by using list constructor, list x. So x is a tuple converted into y, and now y is of type list. Great, guys. Then you want to change the index 1's value. Then y1 is equal to Amar. So change the values in the list. Is it possible in the list? Yes, lists are mutable. We can change the values in the list. Then again use the constructor tuple y. So change the y of type list. Now convert y into tuple type. So x become again tuple. Great, guys. And print x. Okay. So check whether it works or not. So check on PyCharm IDE. Okay. T is a tuple type. Great. Now what we want? We want to convert it. Suppose x is equal to into list. How to convert into list? Use the constructor list and pass the argument t of type tuple. So now if you want to check whether it is work or not, so what we have to do? Whether it works? Yes. How to check if x is of type list or tuple? So print. Simply print. And which method we have to use? Type method, and pass x. So we want to check whether x is of type list or tuple. Great, guys. Just see whether it works or not. Yes, it is a class of type list. Great. And if you check t, so what is the type of t? Just run the program. So you got the answer. It is a class type and name of the class is tuple. Great. So list method converts your tuple into what? List. Great. After that, what we want now? X. If you want to print, check whether x, which elements are present into x element. Just print x. So what it gives you? Run tuple demo. It gives you list, guys, because it is square bracket inside. The elements are in the square brackets. Elements are same as that of the tuple, but which is inside the square bracket, and lists are mutable one. Great. After that, if you want to change value of second elements, what is value? 1911. So you want to change it into 78. Great. So change it. So just run and check whether it reflects. Yes, second element get overridden by 78 value. Great, guys. Now what do you want to do? Now convert x into tuple. So which method is available? T. Now t is equal to what? Tuple. Tuple constructor is available. So convert x, tuple x into t. Great, guys. It works. Yes, it works. So now x is a list type converted into tuple. So print it t. So we know it gives correct output or not. Great, guys. After 78, x is a list. Now print tuple x. What is the tuple? Because these elements and elements 78, second element is overridden by 78, and which is of type tuple because it is in the rounded, all elements are rounded bracket. That means t is a tuple type. This is the one way to convert tuple values. Great. So what is the steps? Convert tuple into list, then you can change the values in the list, and again convert list into tuple and print the tuple. That is the only way we can change the values of tuples. Great. I hope you understand the concept. Great, guys. So move on to the next part. Once a tuple is created, you cannot add items into the tuples because tuples are immutable. Okay, it gives you error. Okay. Next, check. To create a tuple with only one item, you have to add a comma after that item. Otherwise, Python will not recognize it as a tuple. Great. Why? How to check it? So, move on to your PyCharm ID and check it. Suppose T is type tuple and you want to save only one item, suppose Amol. Okay, so after that print what is the type of T as well as print values in the tuple. So pass the T. Just check whether it works or not. Great guys. Class. What is the type of T? Class of type string. String is the name of the class. How? I want to initialize the tuple with single element, but it gives you class type string, and while printing tuple the Amol is get displayed, but it is not under the rounded brackets. Why? Because the elements only tuple having single element, then use what? Comma operator here. That is must. Otherwise it is treated as a string type. If integer number is there, then it is treated as an integer type. So let's check whether it works or not. Now what is the class type? Tuple. Great. And what is the elements in the tuple? Amol, and it is inside the rounded brackets, means it is a tuple. Great guys. Hope you understand. Great. Suppose if tuple contains only one element, for example 11, okay, and check it whether it works. No guys, it is of class integer type and integer 11 is printed, not in the rounded bracket. So if you want to save 11 as a tuple element, then you can separate it by comma, then it gives you type tuple. Yes, it works, class tuple, and 11 is inside the rounded brackets. Okay, if you have any problem, let me know and write the query in the comment box or chat window. Great guys, so let's move to the next point. Yes, suppose tuple, okay, so we see this, remove the items from the tuple. Is it possible? Because tuples are immutable. Once it is initialized, we cannot change values inside the tuple. So tuples are immutable, so we cannot remove items from it. But can you delete the tuple completely? Yes, it is possible using delete keyword. Can delete tuple completely. How? Use the keyword delete and check it whether it works or not. So let's move to the PyCharm ID. Okay. So 11, suppose 22, comma 33, comma 44. These are the elements in our tuple. So you want to delete it. So delete. What you delete? T tuple. Okay. And print whether tuple is exist or not using T. So guys, let's check. It gives you error, name error, because name T is not defined. Once you delete the tuple, tuple is completely deleted and nothing is remaining. And if you print it, it gives you error guys, because that T, that is the tuple, it does not exist. Clear? Great. Okay, like in list, is there any clear method available in tuple? Just check. What is the T dot clear? No guys, that method is not available. Why? Because we cannot mutable. Tuples are not mutable. We cannot change the values of elements in the tuple. So that's why what clear method is not available. Similar to list. We know the difference between delete keyword and clear method. Clear method clears the list, but list is exist. Once you delete the list using delete keyword, total list get deleted, nothing is there in the RAM. So it gives you syntactical error when you print the list. Yes, similar. Delete is present, but we cannot use clear method similar to list. I hope you understand why clear method is not here in the tuples. It exists in list collection class. Great, guys. So let's move to the next point. Join two or more tuples. We can use plus operator. Yes, it is possible. Yes, because tuple 1 and tuple 2, these are two immutable tuples. After that, we can concat it by using plus operator. Yes, we can join it and create third tuple of type tuple 3. Yes, it is possible. Just let's check whether it works or not. Open your PyCharm IDE. Suppose this is T1 tuple. Next, create T2 tuple and having elements, suppose 22.33 comma, suppose Kedar string is there, comma, suppose Amol, another string is there. Yes, now join these two tuples using into third tuple T3, T1 plus T2. So T1 plus T2 and print 3. Is it possible? Let's check whether we have to join two tuples. Yes, it is possible to join two tuples using plus operator, and after joining two tuples, that two tuples T1 and T2 concats together. Yes, it gives you correct output. Let's move to the next point, guys. In unpacking of tuple, number of variables on the left hand side should be equal to the number of values in the given tuple A. What is this? Just check. Suppose one tuple I have to initialize having 3 data members. Yes, or 3 elements. Then you want to separately print or unpack the values in the tuple. Then use x comma y comma z tuple. Yes, is it possible? Yes, but number of variables are not less or more. Otherwise it gives you error, guys. Okay, print values of unpacking. Yes, we have to print that. So let's check whether it works or not. So take one tuple. Yes, great, guys. Suppose tuple contains 3 values of different type. Yes, you can x comma y comma z is equal to T1. Okay, so what happens? T1 tuple unpacks the values and assign 11 to x, y is equal to 22 and z is equal to 33. And let's display the values. How to display it? Print. You can directly display it is equal to x is equal to comma x. Again print if you want to print value of y, y is equal to comma y, and last print value of z, that is z is equal to comma z. Okay, let's check whether it works or not. Great, guys, it works. X is equal to 11, yes, y is equal to 22 and z is equal to 33. Okay, that means we can unpack the tuple, but what is the condition? Whatever may be the number of elements, that much values are there before or left hand side of assignment operator. Okay, let's check. If tuple contains 3 elements and we can catch it into 2 elements, 2 variables, is it possible? Let's check whether it possible or not, or it gives you error. Yes, guys, it gives you value error. Too many values to unpack. Okay, great. But what happens if there are more than 3 values? Okay, so what happens? Let's check. Yes, it also gives you value error. Not enough values to unpack. Great. So I hope you understand this concept of unpacking of tuple. And number of variables on the left hand side of the equal to operator is equal to the number of elements in the tuple. That is only the condition. Yes, great. So move to the next point. How to reverse the sequence of in the tuple. Suppose T1 is a tuple. We want to reverse it. Yes, is it possible? Yes, guys, it is possible to reverse it. By using, suppose T1 and T2, two tuples are there, we want to reverse it, then T1 colon colon, okay, 2 times minus 1, okay, so from first to last element it get in the reverse order. So let's check it whether it works or not using PyCharm ID. So T1 is a tuple, delete it, and what do you want to do? You want to reverse it. Okay, so print the tuple T1 in reverse order. So how? Just gives colon colon and minus 1. So let's check whether it works or not, guys. Yes, it reverses the sequence 11, 33, 22, 11. But we cannot mutate. Then what? How it is possible? It actually displays, not create the new memory location. Okay, great. This is only for displaying, or it creates, otherwise it creates new tuple object. Understood, guys? Okay, if you want to check it, check by using ID. Print what is the ID of, that is the memory location of T1. Okay, so let's check whether, okay, so this is the ID of memory location. What is the ID of this? So ID, inside that print ID of this reversed tuple. So check it whether both are same or not. Great, these are not same, guys. So it creates, reversing tuple creates the new tuple. That current tuple is not muted, guys. I hope you understand that. Great, guys. This is the beauty of Python. Okay, so I hope you understand. So let's move to the next point. Sorted function in the tuple. Sorted function sorts any sequence that is list or tuple and always return a list. That is the main part. So sorting after tuple, it returns the list, not tuple. Okay, without modifying the original sequence. Let's check. X is equal to Kedar, Amol, Suraj. Then print sorted X. Print sorted X in the reverse order. Reverse is equal to true. Yes, it is also possible. So but original list is not modified. Okay, so let's check using PyCharm ID. So this is T1. Great. So what we want to do? Print tuple T. Okay, so what is the method name? Sorted. So using sorted method, sorted, what do you want to pass? T1. Great. So let's check whether it works or not. Yes, tuple elements are sorted, but what it gives you return, it is gives list, guys. Sorted method returns list. So it is, the elements are inside the square bracket. Okay, understood. So let's check, made the change to the list elements of tuple. Okay, and now check whether they will sorted or not. So yes, 2, 8, 11 and 33. That means elements are sorted in the tuple T1. But what it returns? Sorted method list, guys. Yes. Next, what is the next thing? Suppose you want to print tuple in the sorted order, but T1 reversed is equal to true. Reverse is equal to, okay, so what is the reverse? Keyword is equal to true. So let's move. Reverse is equal to reverse. Choose that, and what is the value? True. Okay, so tuple is reversed, means which is printed in descending order, not ascending order. So let's check. First, it is in the form of ascending order, then another reversed, that is tuple is displayed in the descending order. Great, guys. But what it returns? It returns what? List, guys. Yes, Is it clear? Clear the concept? Sorted method, it is applicable for list as well as tuple. But what sorted method returns? It returns list, guys. Okay, hope you understand this concept. Clear? But yes, original list or original tuple is not modified. New list is created every time when sorted function is used. Okay, how to check it? Just check. Print what? T1. So what is the value of T1? Is it sorted? No. T1. So what is third line? Tuple. It gives you tuple as it is because it is not changed. Only sorted function sort that tuple or list and return the list which is created new object, guys. Okay, I hope you understand that concept, and if you any doubts you can use id method to check object's id, that is the memory location where that object is stored. Yes, great guys, hope you understand this concept of sorted method. So thank you all, and have a nice day.